Hello people of the world, and today I'm talking about the unbearable weight of massive talent. Now, I'll try and keep this video spoiler free, and I'll warn you when I begin talking about spoilers. If you don't know, this film focuses on Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage. What is fun? Let's just say. The film focuses on the fact that Cage's character himself is very heavily focused on trying to get acting roles and just work in general, to a point he forgets to care about his family and other aspects. Eventually, Nick Cage is hired by this very eccentric billionaire to basically go to his compound area and basically hang out with him. Also read a script he is making. This billionaire character is called Harvey. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. And he is played by Pedro Pascal. And he does a great job, especially next to Nick Cage, who also is doing amazing in this film. Both of them surprisingly work really well together. Pedro Pascal's character is also a huge fan of Nicolas Cage, what leads to some fun moments. This film heavily references Nick Cage films, what I think obviously makes sense as the main character is Nicolas Cage.
Too much. Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque. I'll give you 20,000 for it.
Eventually in the film, Nicolas Cage gets in contact with the government, and he's basically made into a spy for them, as they believe Pedro Pascal's character is a weapons dealer and kidnapped a person. What leads to a lot of very fun, chaotic moments.
What do you guys want?
We're with Central Intelligence. Do you know who you're spending time with? One of the most ruthless men on the face of this planet. I need you to help the US government.
Nicolas Cage doesn't want to exactly believe this, as while he was staying there, he's became pretty good friends with Harvey. Basically both learning that they're very like each other, having common interests and so on. Overall, this film is fun. There is definitely moments where I feel like the comedy doesn't work exactly, but I think because of the main actors being really good at what they're doing, they help the film a lot. Also, there's certain moments in this film where young Nick Cage will pop up, almost like a Tyler Durden-esque vision. Don't ask why, but they are very fun and overall just madness, and it works pretty well. If you're a fan of Nicolas Cage movies, you'll probably like this. There's a lot of nods and fun moments referencing his films and his sort of chaotic energy. If the plot seems interesting to you, or at least just a little bit intriguing, I would suggest go check it out. I don't know, comedy is very subjective, so it's hard to say, but I think people go into this film finding at least something they liked about it. Even like I said, I don't think all of the comedy works in this film, but there's moments where I find it really fun and just comedy works well at times. One thing in this film is that most of the side characters you will not care about. The obvious big focus is on Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage, and both very much take up the spotlight. And I don't think that's a bad thing, as all the trailers and everything promoting this film was heavily focusing on the factor those two characters would be meeting up. Anyway, I'm going to go into spoilers now, so either check out the film or continue watching, or maybe get off the video. I don't know what you want to do. You do you. So basically, by the end of this film, if you've watched it, it obviously becomes very much an action movie, with it being revealed that it's actually Harvey's cousin who is the one running the gun dealing operation. And it's fun. There's definitely moments where work. I think it does a good enough job transitioning into this action moment, because even in the beginning of the film you can kind of see it's going towards there. Harvey's cousin, I don't even remember his actual name in the film if I'm being honest, is not that interesting. Once again, this film is heavily focused on Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal's character Harvey, and I think that's fine. I'm not really going into this film hoping it has a groundbreaking villain, but I do think it would have helped the film if the villain was played by a big actor, because it would just be fun to see another actor who has the confidence to bounce off of Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. This film also references that Nick Cage is doing a lot more kind of obscure indie-esque films. Like Mandy, what even gets a reference in this movie. And to be honest, I think it's cool that film references it and talks about it, but I also think that films like Mandy being able to have Nick Cage in that is great. I think that's one thing Nicolas Cage is pretty good at. He doesn't want to just go big, he's also doing smaller independent films. Overall, what I'm looking for out of a film like this is just for some fun, and I think this film does that pretty well. The film is fun time, it's not anything too groundbreaking. There's a couple of comedy scenes that I don't think work amazingly, but overall it works pretty well. I also have one of my favourite scenes in this film is probably the LSD scene. It's just done well. I find Pedro Pascal's laugh in it, the bit where he's laughing, amazing. It's just a very fun scene. Visually, the film looks nice. I don't think there's any shots that stand out to me exactly, besides maybe a couple. It looks nice though for a film, like nothing looks bad in it. So yeah, that overall works. Overall, I like this film. It's not bad, but it's also not amazing by any standpoint. I will say there is other comedy sorta action movies I would pick over this movie, but if I had nothing to watch and this was an option out of every film, I'd probably put it back on. This is my second time watching it, so yeah, it's pretty decent. I would give it 3.5 stars out of 5. I don't know if that could move up or go lower on more rewatches, but so far I'm sticking with that. All the actors are doing an okay job, but Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal are doing amazingly. Pedro Pascal does a great job at playing this massive fanboy, and Nicolas Cage is obviously doing an amazing job at playing Nicolas Cage. Thank you for watching this review / just hearing me talk about a movie. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, you can dislike it. And if you want to see more of my content, check out my channel. You can even subscribe if you want. That's all, and goodbye.
No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be.